episode 116.
Are you ready to take your eBay business to the next level? Then hold on, because Ron and Ali are going to take you into the fast lane with the latest tips and insights from some of the biggest and most successful sellers here on the So You Wanna Sell on eBay podcast.
Welcome once again to another episode of So You Want to Sell on eBay. I'm Ron LeBeau.
And I'm Ali Young.
Hey, everyone. We have with us today Gabe Middleton and James Jack. How you guys doing today?
Fantastic.
We're doing great. Thanks for having us.
Nice. Good. Ali, how you doing in Thailand there, brother?
I didn't even know you knew their last names. Where'd you get their last names from? I've only got Gabe and James.
Hey.
You need to update me more, Ron. This is not acceptable.
It's on a as-needed basis, Ali.
Okay. Cool. Welcome, guys.
In 2012, Gabe and James co-founded Human IT, a nonprofit focused on digital equity and sustainable e-waste management. Their humble beginning in a cell phone repair shop has crystallized their vision into what Human IT is today. Human IT breathes new life into unwanted electronics, converting e-waste into opportunities for others.
Unwanted electronics. Right, I don't want you iPhone no more. Sling your hook. That's brilliant. So... wow, I'm so happy Ron really does those buyers, because I couldn't even understand half those words, but it's brilliant. So talk about this, that you're a non-profit business, yeah?
That's correct. Yeah, we're a nonprofit business that takes in unwanted or inoperative technology. And it's our mission to, instead of recycling that technology and breaking it down into the commodities, we want to refurbish that technology and then redistribute it into the hands of low-income families, other nonprofits, as well as veterans in need.
Wow, that is so cool, man. That is really cool. I love it. So you guys are actually taking in, are you going to companies and getting equipment from them, or how does that work? I mean, where are you getting your supplies?
That's exactly right. So currently right now, most companies across America, from your normal mom and pop shop to Fortune 500 companies, they're paying recyclers, right, e-waste recyclers, to take the equipment away, grind it up to try to get some gold and silver out of it. Now, we said we're a nonprofit business, which you could also call a social enterprise. And that means for us to get the technology in, we're actually offering a free business or a free service to businesses. So that means we show up in our truck, or we coordinate shipping of pallets of equipment from different companies that are getting rid of their laptops, but we take it in free of charge. We also provide corporate grade data sanitization. That means wipes all their information, customer information off the hard drives for free. And then we actually refurbish the technology and donate it to low-income families and other nonprofits. So we're really disrupting the e-waste game in a sense, because the people that have been in it haven't innovated in 20 years. And we're really trying to just completely do something brand new that works for everyone involved.
Well, kudos to you guys, man. Are you guys doing this full time? Is this like your full-time gig then?
Full time since 2012.
Yeah.
That is just
You must have
cool.
either a really big house, or you got I mean, you ain't storing this around your bedrooms and stuff, are you? You got warehouses.
That's a good question. In 2012, we did.
I'll bet, yeah. But you're talking like your laptops and stuff here. It can get quite bulky.
Yeah, no, that's right. And we don't just do laptops. I mean, anything, we like to say, we'll take in anything that requires power, anything that needs a plug, all the way from servers to laptops to cell phones to desktops. If it needs power, we'll take it.
It went from just in our bedroom, and now it's over 30 employees in 3 locations.
Wow, isn't that great?
Wow.
No matter where the company is, they're on the East Coast, West Coast, they can work with us right now.
True grass story.
So you've got, I'm Vision, you've got people there fixing stuff then. You must have technicians for phones, and they just fix them up and then you sell them on, yeah?
Well, that's actually a big part of our mission is not only do we want to shrink the digital divide by getting good working technology into the hands of those who really need it, we actually open up our doors of our warehouses to the refurbishment process to the community. So that way they could come learn the importance of reuse and repurposing, as well as a vocational skill that they could then put on their resume and maybe have a better chance at employment as well.
So, wow, that's really cool. So let me ask you this. Do you guys have like a technical background where you guys started this idea and you kind of ran with it? Or is this, you guys got laptops and you're like, I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what to do with it. I mean, how did that all come about for you?
Yeah, well, James and I both love technology. That's how we became friends in the first place. And that's, to even start this company, that's what we really found in common with each other, is that we both had a passion for technology. We didn't really have any formal training, but just by tinkering around in our day-to-day lives, we learned things, and we just wanted to share our passion of technology to others.
Yeah, I would echo the same thing. I had a little bit more of the IT background coming into the equation, self-taught, and I provided IT consulting to small businesses. So that really helped us in the earlier stages before we could get some real geeks, in our warehouse to do the dirty work.
Yes. Nothing wrong with a geek.
Yeah.
You need the geek, especially in your business. Geeks come in handy.
Well,
Hey, geeks are cool.
Yes. We don't need the pens no more. It's more like dangerous geeks who hack you and stuff. So, wow. So the process would be is you would drive out to these places, pick up the stuff, come back, and then what happens if it's really damaged? You throw that stuff away and recycle that, or?
As a last case scenario, so if something's too broken, then we'll still try to harvest the parts inside that are reusable. And if there's no way we can reuse an item, then we recycle it as a last resort, right? But we try to resell it, reuse it, anything else that we can get it back out and to be reused before we actually recycle it if it is too old or too broken.
So that's really cool, and it brings up a good point. I mean, as far as like the hard drives and stuff goes, I mean, how do you confirm for a business who's giving you 150 laptops, for example, that their hard drives are going to be safe and they're not going to be, that none of their data is going to be used maliciously, as they say?
So some very thorough, expensive software and constant day-to-day due diligence to make sure we're on the edge of data sanitization and wiping. But our current process, what we're able to do for certain customers is wipe their hard drives, and our software produce what we call a certificate of data destruction that not only captures the serial of that hard drive, but it confirms that it was wiped, how it was wiped, and whether it's still reusable or not. And if the hard drive is no longer reusable, then it gets completely shredded, so they have no worries. And all our processes are compliant with HIPAA and other certifications and regulations. So even a hospital or a bank could work with us through our process and still be in line with their regulations.
Loving this, man. You guys are rocking it, man. That's really cool. And I see that you were the 2017 eBay Shine finalists as well, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that. I mean, obviously, you didn't win it, but hey, you know what? You were a finalist, and that's a huge deal.
I agree. Yeah, just being nominated and being a finalist, I think we're already winning.
Yes.
There. Over 2,400 applications nationwide were sent into eBay to be a part of the Shine finalists. We were lucky enough to be chosen by eBay, which is we felt really special. They flew us out to Las Vegas to be a part of their eBay Open and really featured our business to all of the attendees at the conference. We met some great people. Not only at the conference, but just meeting the eBay team and to see the vision that eBay has for the future and how they're going to help organizations like ours was really beneficial for us to be a part of. So it was a really great experience, and we're really happy to be a finalist of the eBay Shine Awards.
Now, did you walk around with your chest, going out, going, "Yes, we're finalists. Yes, you don't have to address me as sir, but we are finalists." I think I can see Ali doing that.
Yeah,
right?
I would do that. I'd definitely do that.
He'd park his elephant out front, and we'd walk in. Yeah.
I'd come in with my spear, scare them all. So I imagine
showed up, but we didn't do that.
No. Well, next year, 2018 Shine Awards. So I imagine eBay is a perfect place for you for what you do. So you're getting all this stuff coming in, and it becomes a very good place to sell this stuff. Yeah.
I mean, eBay was a part of our business plan from day one. Mm-hmm. When James and I started Human IT in 2012, we were both 25 years old with very limited business experience. As you can imagine. So we knew that people weren't going to line up with checks ready to, help us scale Human IT and shrink the digital divide. So we knew we had to generate our own revenue. And, we had, especially James, had a lot of experience in the past selling on eBay and how to be successful on eBay. And we knew that we wanted to use eBay as a way to generate revenue to keep us sustainable and to really grow our vision of shrinking the digital divide at Human IT. So eBay was a part of our plan day one.
And for us, the separation is there's identified items that every family can use, like computers. But as we mentioned, we offer a service to businesses. So they may not only give us computers, they may give us office phones, servers, network switches, all these things that a normal family is not going to know how to use, mainly a family that they're just getting their first computer. So that's how the model works, is we refurbish and resell all those outlier technology or all the outlier items on eBay. And then that monetizes our mission to where we can offer donating computers for free to the community, and they don't have to pay for the computers. So eBay is absolutely a key component for us to keep doing what we're doing and help as many people as possible.
So why would then the company give you the computer? I mean, the computers, the laptops, the Macs, whatever they're giving you, the routers, because obviously if it holds value, is it just not in the company's interest to manage that?
No, in this day and age, though technically it has value, you got to put a lot of work in to actually realize that value. And recyclers, current, e-waste recyclers, again, they're only really grinding this stuff up. So they can't offer a lot of value to the businesses. So that's why I'm saying right now, these businesses, not only are they giving items of value to these recyclers if they're not working with human IT, they're actually paying a business to take away that $150 laptop.
Bonus.
So that's what's created the huge opportunity for us to grow so fast, because we truly have a no-brainer offering. And our biggest limitation right now is that businesses just don't even know our services exist. So kudos to you and thank you for helping put our mission on the platform and help us spread awareness that any business tomorrow can call us up, stop paying their vendor to take away these items, start donating them, get the tax write-off, and make sure they're helping their community.
Now, is that service offered like countrywide? I mean, if somebody in Minnesota calls you, I mean, you're are they? And then we just pay the shipping to you, right?
Yeah, we have a lot of partners who help us get the technology and the pallets to our doorsteps here in Southern California. So we couldn't do this all by ourselves. We really need and rely on key partnerships to get the technology in, as well as key partnerships to get the technology out to the families as well.
So I'm in Thailand and I've got an old camera. Do you take it from me or no? Or is it only inside of America?
If you ship it, we'll take it.
Oh, okay, cool, man. I'll get it in the post to you. It's useless.
We'll give you that tech.
You give me a certificate that you've deleted all my images, all right? I don't want any of that on eBay or anything, yeah? Get banned, you would.
He wants his flash cube back, too.
Yeah, that's it.
Ron and Ali will be right back after this short break.
Life is full of numbers. Our brains process literally hundreds of numbers and equations every hour of every day. When it comes to your business, give your brain a break as well as peace of mind that the numbers are figuring up as they should with MyCost Pro. MyCost Pro is an easy-to-use automated eBay bookkeeping program for Excel that imports sales data directly from your seller account. MyCost Pro automatically generates accounting and performance reports to show you your true bottom-line profit. You can even view and edit active listing details such as price and quantity, and relist unsold items directly from MyCost Pro. All you need is Excel on your Windows PC. Take control of your business and free up those long nights of crunching the numbers. Visit mycostpro.com for a 21-day no-obligation free trial using coupon code PODCAST, exclusively for So You Want to Sell on eBay podcast listeners. It's only right around the corner. Ecom Chicago 2017. Innovate, inspire, and grow. Join us October 19th through 21st in Elk Grove Village, Illinois, for the 4th annual event that focuses on e-commerce and business growth. Hear strategies from expert speakers. Learn new ideas and techniques that will help to develop your business. Speak and network with like-minded online sellers, as well as experts and mentors who will be available throughout the event, such as Jason T. Smith, Kathy Terrell, Eddie Levine, and Peter Cairns, just to name a few. The wealth of experience, knowledge, and enthusiasm is sure to be mind-blowing. Go to ecomchicago.com for more information. Sponsorship opportunities available. New this year for attendees is a pre-event vendor showcase on Thursday, October 19th, where our participating vendors will be giving live, focused demos on their product or service.
Be sure to check out SoYouWannaSellOnEBay.com for the latest podcasts and all the information you need to get selling fast.
So I'm looking at things here, and you got a lot of like 10% off. So with this stuff, I mean, how do you know what this is priced? How do you know that you can sell this Asus laptop for X amount of money? So, because I see that most of your stuff is doing it buy it nows, yeah?
That's right, yeah. And it took a lot of trial and error in the beginning to figure out how to price used technology. And we have a lot of protocols to where we have, we train our staff on how to properly price items depending on the specs involved, the condition involved in that item. And we want to be really competitive in the eBay marketplace. We know that a lot of our customers, they don't have a lot of expendable income to get this technology in. So that's also a big part of our mission, is to offer extremely low cost technology, not only to the recipients that we help out, but to the community at large. We want to make sure that technology is being reused first and foremost, and we do that by offering a really, really fantastic price.
Gee, I mean,
yeah, I'm looking at your eBay store, and I'm going, wow, I think I'll be shopping here, actually. A lot of cool stuff.
Christmas at your house must be mental.
Yeah, exactly. And everything looks like everything comes with a 30-day, guarantee. Is that correct?
That's right. I mean, just just like if you had a brick and mortar shop, any kind of sales that you do, trust is the number one thing for us. Right, we want our customers to trust us, and we find a big way to convey trust is saying, hey, if you're not satisfied with this item, you can return it. There's no restocking fee, no worries, on your end. This is just something that we want to provide as a valuable service to all of our clients and customers.
And we do a thorough testing process beforehand, so we can confidently offer those money-back guarantees, because we know the testing was done, so the item should work when it arrives.
Right.
Yeah, that's what you
want. And that's really cool. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you are putting your name out there, right? So you definitely want to, first of all, make sure it works going into the box. And 30 days, I mean, honestly, 30 days is really all you can do. I mean, you've got, the monitor's working, or if their PC's working for 30 days, that's all you can really guarantee. It is technology, but wow, that's really cool. I love this. It's really cool. And you do some bids, and you do 10% off. You guys got a spectrum of ways you're selling these things, yeah?
Yeah, we have a pretty good sales process, just as Gabe mentioned, from trial and error. And we've noticed that definitely working with eBay promotions, markdown manager, and sales in a coherent way with a plan can definitely boost sales. And we've seen the drastic difference between when we make a priority to have a sound system around the sales and promotions compared to if we were just shooting in the dark and doing it whenever we have time to do it.
Yeah, so you're putting love into it. So you mentioned you got 30 workers. I mean, obviously now it's all going to plan, but I'm sure it hasn't always gone to plan. I mean, 30 workers is a lot of people. So how did you start out with all of this stuff? I mean, how did you start getting the first worker and then the second worker? I mean, what was your sort of process here?
I mean,
we need help.
Got too many computers.
In the beginning, James and I did everything as far, the marketing, the pickups, the refurbishment, the distribution, the sales. We did everything. Just, anyone who's really started a business from the ground up in a really a grassroots way will really relate to this, or you have to wear all the hats. And then you reach a point in your business to where you just can't do it all yourself, right? And so you need to find good people to help you. We called on a few friends in the beginning and to join our cause, and we were lucky enough to convince a lot of people to really help us out. And a lot of, actually 90% of our employees started out as volunteers. I mean, that's just how much in the mission.
Yep.
Yeah. So they just started coming around, and they said, hey, we love what you're doing. This just makes sense. This is really a no-brainer. How can I help you? So it wasn't really a lot of recruiting involved into getting our 30 employees. It was just, hey, you've been volunteering here for the 3 months. We can't imagine human IT without you. Would you like to just work here? Yeah. So would
you be okay if we paid you? Would that be okay? I don't know. Maybe not.
And they'll do a consistency of job from, you'll have someone listing on eBay, you'll have someone going out, you have someone taking pictures. I mean, all sorts of different people doing different things. Yeah.
It's all broken down into a system. Yeah, everything's specialized, and especially it's a huge task to automate randomness, right? Because all the tech we're getting in, we don't know what's coming in that day. So for the eBay sellers out there that have predefined widgets, whether it's drop ship or something else, that's very consistent, and I think you can focus a lot of time on the marketing. For us, we had to focus on both, not only marketing, but how are we going to systematize all this random technology in while still producing a standard of quality and brand image and actually selling these items? Because if they don't sell, we can't do our mission to help the community.
So let's talk about it. I mean, you obviously have a system in place. I mean, and there must be, so you, from going to knowing what this product is, where it is, to how it got shipped. I mean, talk about that. How do you, because me, I lose my pencil and I go mental. I can't find it anywhere, So how do you manage this empire of yours?
Right, and that's kind of where I came in. James is really good at the IT side, and he's just a great ideas person with, coming up with the concepts here at Human IT. But my specialty is really just creating a business out of it and making sure that we're setting up appropriate logistics and that we're compartmentalizing every aspect of what we do, because Human IT is very multifaceted, right? We have to communicate with the businesses. We have to then pick up the technology. We have to provide that data security that we spoke about. And then we have to inventory, test, list, and ship, right? I mean, it gets really crazy. And if you think about it all at once, it's just too overwhelming.
Yep.
So you just have to really compartmentalize it, make sure that you have protocols and a system for every scenario that you can possibly think of. So that way you're not surprised. And then we have a really popular saying around here at Human IT is you can't manage what you don't measure. So just measure everything that you do.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the quote of the day.
Yeah, I can provide a good insight on one breakthrough that Gabe came up with. Initially, from a pricing standpoint and selling standpoint, we needed to make sure we weren't spending 5 hours on a $30 item, right? Because then the labor time is just going to exceed the amount of time we're spending into it. So what we do is we initially get an item and it's raw material. We don't know if it's working or not, and it's assessed. If this is working, how much is it worth? If it's not working, how much is it worth? Or if it's half working, because some of these items are worth more if we can say, the main board is good, but this small thing's broken. And depending on what those price ranges are, Gabe developed a system to where our team is presented with the exact amount of time they should spend on that item, just assessing if we can get it into a working order. And they know when they need to stop and just send it through. If it has a value just as is, it gets sold. And if it doesn't, then it gets e-wasted. But that simple cutoff time, knowing what you shouldn't do was paramount for us and allowed us to scale our operation.
Exactly.
Yeah, we've had that before. Someone who's selling a cheap item, they don't need to invest so much time. They get the main expensive ones on first, and that's just smart stuff. But I imagine that's trial and error as well. I'm sure you've spent 5 hours on something small.
Yeah, it seems like it makes so much sense now, but
yeah, it always does. Hindsight's a great thing, isn't it? Exactly.
So let's talk about your operation as far as like these 30 employees. Where are they at? I mean, and what kind of jobs do they have?
Yeah, so we have 3 locations in Southern California. We have 2 warehouses, one in downtown LA, one in Commerce, California, which is just about 15 minutes north of LA. 15 minutes south of LA. And then we also have an administration office in Long Beach, California, where we kind of do a lot of our HR stuff, accounting, the stuff that I don't really love, but is necessary when you're running a business. And so we have about 20 people working out of the warehouses and, handling the pickups, handling the inventory, testing the equipment, shipping the items out once they sell. And then the rest of the people here are making sure that we're focusing on marketing, spreading that awareness piece so companies know that there is a better solution when it comes to dealing with their unwanted technology, as well, again, as HR and accounting as well. And we also provide low-cost internet to couple with a lot of the technology that we sell, because when it comes to the digital divide, which is our mission, is to shrink the digital divide, a computer is not enough. You can't do anything today with just a computer. You need the internet to go along with it, right? So we try to pair those two together, and we have a lot of staff here that are spreading that awareness and saying, hey, now that you have the computer, we also have a low-cost internet offering that we could hook you up with as well.
Oh, cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, like you said, in this day and age, a computer without internet is pretty much worthless. You can look at your pictures. That's about it. Yeah. No, that's cool. So I guess you guys give like Mac laptops away for like birthday presents and stuff.
Well, as you saw in our store, I mean, it's basically like giving away a lot of these Mac laptops, and it's really hard to beat our prices, in my opinion. If you want to get really good technology at an extremely low cost, visit our store. I mean, that's the best advice I could give anybody who's looking.
True statement, man.
Yeah.
True statement. I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah, okay, I can get that. I mean, that makes sense. Man, this is really cool. So who takes your pictures? I mean, obviously you guys have like one of your employees or two maybe do your pictures. You have a photo booth or something?
Yep, we have a photo booth. That actually is just one person's job, is to take pictures and just put data that's already inputted by other employees and just make it live on eBay. But pictures is something that we definitely prioritize. We need to make sure we have a good camera and a good backdrop, and that's been a challenge sometimes because we may have an item as small as an M&M, or some processor, or we may have something, this huge giant printer that is really the size of a person. So that definitely creates a challenge to have a consistent backdrop for all our items. But it's something that is so important to sell good on eBay and improve sales, is creating that buyer confidence by seeing clear pictures of their items.
Exactly, and if I could add on to that, is that buyer confidence, and it always goes back to that trust word that I said earlier. Right, the customer has to know that what they're buying. So if there's any kind of damage, I mean, this is used technology, right? That we're sounding. Yep. There's going to be a little bit of damage, maybe a little scratch here or there on the screen. Just we want to make sure we're completely upfront about that, so that way when that technology arrives at your doorstep, you're not surprised. Now you saw everything in the picture, and it arrives exactly how you saw it.
You've laid it all
and
out.
That's a great point. That's a great point, because we've had guests on here that always talk about if there's a scratch on it, man, take a picture of it. Minimize the returns, because obviously good feedback, positive feedback is your lifeline on eBay. Is that would you agree with me?
Absolutely.
Yep, exactly. I mean, it's really is. It's a cliche, and I've said it already. This will be my third time, but trust is everything. Without that, we wouldn't be here. Because, and if you really, if you listen to the customers too, they'll tell you what they expect from you. Right? They say, hey, you didn't say this in the listing, or you didn't take a clear picture of this, and we take that as a lesson learned. So that way we don't do that again, because we don't want to lose that trust. And because without our eBay buyers, there is no human IT.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the jet fuel to us providing the service of offering free or low cost technology to families here in Southern California. So without them, we wouldn't be here.
No, that's a fair point.
So if you're the only one that ever sees that scratch, mention it anyhow, and that way when they get it, they go, I don't even find it. I can't find it, which is great. Much better that way than going, why didn't they mention that scratch?
So it's brilliant. So I noticed on your listings here it says eBay for charity. So talk about that, because I don't know if everybody uses it. I mean, I know people see it when they make a listing. It's like, what's that? But talk about that. What is eBay for charity?
So eBay for charity is a amazing program that eBay developed, and all of our listings, 100% of the proceeds go to our nonprofit, and it's through eBay charity program. And what that means is we actually pay 0 seller fees on all our items, because 100% of the revenue generated goes directly to our 501c3 nonprofit. And we're not the only ones that can do that. What's great about the eBay for charity program is any seller can donate a portion or all of their proceeds to a charity on eBay. And depending on what percentage you're donating, you don't have to pay eBay fees on that percentage, as well as you can receive a tax deduction because you're donating to a charity. And just FYI, millennials, all the younger customers that are on eBay, they will seek out a business that supports a good cause. It gives you a competitive edge if you're associated with it. And it doesn't matter whether you donate 1% or 20%, whatever it may be. I think as long as you are aligned with a good cause, it can actually help your sales. And I think we can attribute some of our success that to the fact that people, right, are buying something. Consumerism, which is usually frowned upon, right? It's usually a dirty word, but with our store, your consumerism is actually propelling a positive mission forward in the community. So you're actually being philanthropic just by buying items through Human IT, because 100% of those proceeds are going to help us get computers in the hands of low-income families.
So how did you find out about all this 503c thing? Because you're a tech guy, man. You just told us you're a tech guy, man. I mean, I don't know any geeks that know all this taxes and 503.
Right.
How did you find all this stuff?
You got to ask Dr. G. You have to Google, because Google puts the world at your fingertips, and it creates opportunity. So what's really great about our story is we couldn't have done what we did without a computer. And really that's the basis of what we had. We had two motivated individuals that committed to something, worked our butts off, without ever quitting, and succeeded. But it was built through research online. It was built through the access that we had. And that's all we're trying to give back to other people. The American dream doesn't really exist unless you have a computer with the internet, because you don't really.
This is a 2017 American dream.
Right? So I think our story is exactly what we're trying to pay forward to everyone else.
Yeah, and if you can't tell by now, I'm big on phrases, right? So
I know it's all about trust, right? Here we go again.
I think I delivered that, but we also have another phrase, and it's really, we're just trying to give what we try to receive, right? Being 25 years old, starting your own business, we just wanted an opportunity to make a difference. We wanted an opportunity to showcase what we can do. Just like when we give the computers away to families, other nonprofits, veterans in need for free, we're just trying to provide them an opportunity to follow whatever they're trying to do by using technology, right? So opportunity is a big word around here at Human IT, and it's really centered around everything that we do, and it's really what we try to get. By just really starting Human IT, we just want an opportunity to do something for the community.
That's got to be a really amazing feeling to hand a family a computer that would never ever be able to afford one on their own. I mean, that's awesome, man. That's a really cool. I mean, I can't even imagine what that would feel like, unless I, of course, did it. But
it's the best part of what we do. I mean, there's a lot of work that's put into getting that computer into that individual or that family's hand. Once we have these distribution events to where we're giving away 100 computers in one day, right? And seeing that child or that family receive their oftentimes very first computer is really what it's all about. Yeah. And it's why we do everything that we do, and it's why we created our eBay store.
Okay, so one last question, because we're running out of time here. And also, you're in a business where it's not really going to die out, is it? I mean, you're not selling like chicken feet or something. I mean, you're actually got something that's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So good choice.
Well, as long as chickens still have feet, they eat
them in Thailand. They suck. Anyway, that's a different show, different podcast show. I always get carried away. So anyway, last question is, where do you see yourself in the future? What do you see yourself being in, let's say, 10 years or something?
Well, that's a good point. E-waste is the fastest growing waste stream in the world. So people getting rid of unwanted technology. We're, as consumers, purchasing technology at a rate faster than any other time in human history. So when we get that piece of new technology, what are we going to do with our old one?
Yep.
Right. So we often like to tell people, well, what do you do with your jacket when you don't want it anymore, or your unwanted clothes? 99.9% of the time we say, Goodwill or Salvation Army. It's a no-brainer. Well, what do you do with your unwanted technology?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Human IT.
Exactly, human IT. So where we see ourselves is, I think a human IT is needed in every single major metropolitan in the United States, and that's really our ambition is to be nationwide and provide the services of connecting people to technology all over this country.
Wow. I mean, so that's the future goals, is to be running the world. I mean, that's brilliant. I mean, that's great. I just think it's amazing. You guys you can just tell. I mean, you're 25. I don't know what I was doing. I was probably like drunk on the street at the age of 25. But this is amazing. You got an amazing story. I can see this means a lot to you. You got the passion, and then we've noticed a common theme on this show is people with that passion tend to succeed very well. They tend to do really well. So really, thanks guys for coming on the show and sharing your message here. And it's just been fantastic. Anything from you, oh wise Ronald?
I think they're older than 25.
Are they? I thought you said you were 25.
In 2012.
Oh, in 2000. Yeah. Oh, well, you were 25 once.
Yeah, it was. That's very true.
And so am I, and I'm feeling really good about myself right now.
So how old are you?
Well, I just turned 30, so I hit that milestone.
It's
30 right now.
Yeah, it's close. It's a closer end to 25. You know, so anyway, I just edit that out, Ron, all right? Can you make a note of where that was? So brilliant. But thanks, guys. It's been fantastic. So we'll post all the notes from today's interview on our show notes page, which can be found at www.soyouwantasellonebay.com/show notes. But Gabe and James, before you leave, how can people send stuff to you? How can people contact you? What's the best way to sort of do all that sort of stuff?
So it's very easy. All you have to do is go to smart, SMART, human, HUMAN.org, ORG. That will take you to our website. And if you got technology to give, there's going to be a link right at the top that says donate technology, and fill out the form. One of our representatives will get back to you within one business day and tell you exactly how you can get it here, or if we can cover the cost of shipping. And I just call out to the nation. Every single business in the country right now is getting rid of unwanted technology, and most of them are paying for it. So I think, what I hope is your listeners can help spread the word that these businesses could work with us tomorrow, save some money, and help their community. And I hope that they do.
Jeez, I've never had an ending like that before. That is awesome. Thanks very much. No, seriously, guys, thanks for joining the show. So from everyone here at So You Want to Sell on eBay, I'm Ali Young.
And I'm Ron LeBeau.
That's all for this episode of So You Want to Sell on eBay. Be sure to check out our next episode or any past episodes by going online to soyouwantasellonebay.com. Also, be sure to follow us on your favorite social media sites. Facebook.com/So You Want to Sell on eBay and Twitter at Your eBay Podcast. Thanks for listening. And until next time, happy selling.
Have an idea for a topic or know someone who would like to be on the show? Let us know. Just go to www.soyouwantasellonebay.com/interview. We look forward to hearing from you. This podcast was produced in part by Pro VoiceWorks.